I'm clear. Roger. Okay, would you verify the position? Yeah, this is Houston. We're copying. Stand by.
My name is Andreea Radulescu and I'm part of the Mars One 100. I was born in Romania and I came to Canada in 1999. I came to university. I studied mathematics and computers, and I did my master's in space science studies in France, Strasbourg. I did an internship at NASA, and then I came to Canada, and right now I'm working as a business analyst. I got interested in space way back. I can't even remember the exact date. What drives me to actually be interested in space is the exploration. It seems like it's such a big unknown. It seems like we know a lot already about Earth, but we don't know how far can we go. We don't know the limit of humanity and how far we can take it. It seems like space is the perfect opportunity to explore it. I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about goals and dreams, and one of my goals is to have my own country. Till that point, I didn't hear about Mars One, and he was mentioning, "Oh, why don't you apply for this program, Mars One? They wanna colonize Mars. It's a one-way trip, so it kind of works. You're a space enthusiast. You want your own country. It will be your own country with 3 other people." So that was the thing. I was like, "Oh, okay, perfect. I'll just apply." So here I am. The first round, basically, we had to submit a video, a motivational letter, a resume, and obviously an application form. And then the second selection round was a medical certificate and an interview. And then round 3 is going to happen next year, where they're actually going to bring all 100 together, and they're going to expose us to different challenges in groups, just to see how we operate. The 24 selected next year, they're going to be put in teams of 4, and then for the next 10 years, you'll be training. Between now and the time when we're going to go, every 2 years, they're going to deploy like the communication satellites, the habitats, the rovers, all these things will be there. And once we get there, obviously, we have to set up all these things. Right now, yeah, we know how to get rovers to Mars, so that's there, but we never actually tried sending humans, and I think the biggest challenge is we don't know how and how long we're going to survive on Mars. In terms of technology, I think it's doable right now. It's just a matter of like, okay, who's going to do it first? In the beginning, like all the other space agencies, they didn't have the agenda necessarily to send humans to Mars. So as time went by and Mars One got more exposure, suddenly all the bigger agencies changed their agenda, and everybody seems to have an agenda now to send humans to Mars. I think they had an impact on the industry for sure. It's very hard to start from scratch on Earth to change it, because the foundations are already set. Once we get to Mars, the team of 4 will have to start from scratch. Obviously, all of us will be contaminated with our thoughts and political architecture from Earth, but those 4 on Mars will have the opportunity to come up with a complete new political skeleton, religious, ethical, everything. Growing up in communism, I remember when I was 10, there was the revolution. So while we were in communism, I didn't know that other worlds existed. So when the revolution came, and then I realized, oh, there are other countries out there. I saw Coca-Cola for the first time, oranges. It was just that feeling of like rediscovering a whole new world, which I didn't know existed. And then when I decided to come to Canada, it was again that feeling of, oh, rediscovering a different way of living here, which back in Romania we don't have. So it was always the sense of like exploration. So now it's almost like I call it episode 4. Would be great to just go to Mars and explore again, not only like a new world, just set up a new world. Obviously, it's hard for the family to imagine that in 10 years I'm going to go on a one-way trip without return. But at the same time, my family is very supportive and they understand that unless I do this, I will not be happy. So if I'm happy, they're happy. My friends actually were joking around. They were saying, "Oh, look, you're going home?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm going home." I tend to think that I know myself pretty well. I feel very strong, but then you never know. It's one thing to say that, oh, we're just gonna have some challenges on Earth for a few weeks, and then another thing to say you're just living on a planet with 3 other people. There's no way back. If I'm not strong enough from a psychological point of view, I can't handle the challenges, then it's better not to be selected. I mean, the mission needs to succeed. I want to make a difference. I want to have a bigger impact in life and on humanity. I mean, I'm stubborn enough that if I channel it to the right goal, it just helps me. It's just the willpower comes alive.